Let's talk about forgiveness. I know you don't want to. I know you've been avoiding it for a while, but you and I know that we need to address this topic. And we need to address it full on and get it done. And so I understand that you've been hurt and that forgiveness just feels like the other F word. You know what F word I'm talking about. And it makes you feel so uncomfortable to even consider forgiveness. In fact, it probably feels like another betrayal. It feels like a second betrayal, but this time to yourself. Like forgiving your partner for cheating on you would be like you are betraying yourself. I get it, but let me help you with that. Stick around. Now, let me tell you something. When that infidelity happened in my marriage, even I struggled with the concept of forgiveness because it just felt like forgiving would mean that he just gets away with it and I just have to keep on going and we just need to forget that this happened and everybody just carries on with their day whilst I'm literally rolling around in the mud going crazy, like with so much pain and hurt. And there was something about forgiveness that just felt so unfair. Like, why do I have to do this work? Why do I have to forgive? I remember even speaking to the Lord one time and just saying, this feels so unfair. Like I have literally been through a war and it's like you want me to now pick myself up and just say, hey, it's all right. You know, it's fine that you just shot me in the heart and left me bleeding. It's okay. When I'm working with my clients and we get to this point of we've got to forgive, I understand the resistance. I understand the fear. I understand why, there's this whole hindrance and you guys really don't want to do it, even when you know that it's such an important part of your healing journey. As in, forgiveness is the kickstart. There's a number of things we can do, but we really haven't even started the journey until you make the decision to forgive. Now, I'm not going to teach you how to forgive on this video. That's for another video. But what I do want you to know, first of all, is that it is absolutely possible for you to forgive after an affair. And I know many people think that it's not, but it is. And then secondly, that I truly desire you to make this choice. It is a choice. I truly desire you to make this choice because it is going to help you. And that's one of the first things that I want you to know about forgiveness. It is for you. It is about you. It's got nothing to do with the betrayer, him or her. This is all about you. And that's something that I had to remind myself. Like, how long was I going to keep drinking this poison? How long was I going to choose to keep hold of all these negative emotions, which weren't having any impact on anybody else but me? How long was I going to wallow in this mud, in this mess that was just keeping me stuck? And at some point, I had to recognize that I deserved to set myself free from this bondage that wasn't even created by me. It's almost as if my partner had made this mess and then I was the one that's going to keep punishing myself. So even from a selfish point of view, forgiveness is good because it's for you. And something that I always say to my clients is, you always deserve to set yourself free. You always deserve to set yourself free from the bondage that was caused by somebody else, right? And so this is what I had to tell myself, and this really helped me to make that choice. I knew that there was no way I was going to heal, number one. And then because I had made the choice to stay in my marriage, I knew that there was no way that my marriage was ever going to continue. It may have continued, but it definitely wouldn't have grown into what we have made it today if I hadn't have made that choice for forgiveness. Absolutely not. And so what I want you to understand is that forgiveness and reconciliation are two different things. Now, really listen to me here. Forgiveness is about you. Forgiveness is you saying, I no longer want to hold on to this anger, this bitterness, this resentment, the desire for revenge. I'm going to let that go. And that is a choice that you make on your own for you. Reconciliation, if there is going to be, is a completely separate decision. It's a completely separate walk, right? Forgiveness can feed into that or not, but it's a separate thing. And the reconciliation is something that is done with the two of you, right? Forgiveness is about you, for you. Reconciliation, if you choose to, is going to be something that you both work on together. The other thing that I know stops a lot of people from choosing forgiveness is that they merge forgiveness and trust together. So there's forgiveness and reconciliation, which are two different things, but also forgiveness and trust. So many people have this idea that, but if I forgive, surely that should mean that I trust them. Even the betrayer can have this concept when they can be a bit like, well, if you've forgiven me, you should just start to trust me now. Please hear me and hear me loud and clear. Forgiveness and trust are two different things. Absolutely, I'm going to choose to forgive because that sets me free. However, if you want me to trust you again, it is on you to evidence to me consistently over a long period of time trustworthiness through your actions, right? So I can forgive, but it doesn't mean I trust you. And the trust, the rebuilding of the trust, is absolutely led by the person who broke the trust and who now seeks to be trusted. I've got a PDF that you can download for free in the description that gives you more of the myths that people have around forgiveness. I would advise you to get that and have a look into it and just start to dispel some of these myths so that you can take yourself closer to making the choice of forgiveness if it's a difficult choice for you to make. Now, the last thing that I want you to know about forgiveness is that it usually doesn't happen overnight. And this is something that I find keeps people stuck as well. Like they'll make a choice for forgiveness and then they think that the next day they're going to wake up and just be all light and flowers and feel great and that's it. No, the choice of forgiveness is actually a choice to go on a journey. I call it walking in forgiveness because you literally have to walk through the stages and navigate through those feelings. It's almost like addressing them, addressing the anger, addressing the sadness, moving to the stage of maybe you start to feel numb. Before then, we move into a place of acceptance. So the decision to forgive is a decision to start to work on these emotions. It's not I'm going to wake up in the morning and all of them have to go away. And if I feel a sense of anger or hurt the next day, then I haven't forgiven. No. You have forgiven. Now you're going to navigate, you're going to deal with, you're going to address those feelings. In my next video, I'm going to talk to you about how I actively did that. But for now, if you can just understand that you just need to make a choice that you want to let go of these feelings and you have to recognize that this is going to be a journey. You're going to walk into forgiveness. You're going to practice forgiveness. You're going to address these feelings that you have as they come up because they will come up. And as you keep addressing them, they come up less and less until you are completely free. Now, how I want you to see forgiveness, the mindset that I want you to have around it is that forgiveness isn't a gift for them, it's a gift for you. It's a gift for you. I almost want you to imagine that unforgiveness, all this pain and anger and resentment and bitterness and all of these things that you're carrying, see it like a rucksack on your back. And when you're choosing forgiveness, what you're saying is, I'm ready. I'm ready to start emptying the rucksack, ready to get rid of anger, ready to get rid of resentment, I'm ready to get rid of them until I'm able to actually fully place the rucksack down. And you can walk freely, you can think more clearly, you can make a choice for what you desire, coming from a place of freedom, not fear. Now, to start you on this journey of forgiveness, or at least to get you to think about it, I want you to ask yourself a couple of questions. Number one, ask yourself this: what is holding on to this pain actually costing me? Like, what is it doing to me? And what is it doing to other people? or to the person that hurt me and the other people involved, you'll probably find that it's doing a lot more to you and it's costing you a lot more than anybody else. Second thing, I want you to know that forgiveness doesn't mean, right, open access. This is an opportunity for you to start to say, okay, where do I need to set some boundaries to protect myself, particularly in this season? And the third thing that I want you to do is to start to speak to yourself. Call those things into yourself that you desire. Remind yourself that you are worthy of peace. You choose forgiveness. You choose internal joy. You choose clarity of mind. Clarity of mind. Now, if you're ready to start this journey with me, I would love to invite you to book a free 30-minute consultation call with me. Hit the link in the description. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button as well. And jump in the comments and let me know, what is the thing that is hindering you the most? Like, what really keeps you stuck when it comes to choosing forgiveness? I'll see you next time.